find the game. Here we are. Bloons TD6? There we go. That's better. I also need to just double check something on Twitch real quick. It's still unstable. It does say that the keyframe intervals are too high. I don't know why that is. I did not change anything to do with that. Let me go ahead and just quickly double check that for a moment, please. Okay, yeah, let me go change that in settings real quick. File, settings. Should be output. Someone's car is going off. That's not good. I can't seem to find this. I'll just do that a bit later. Because at the very least, it seems like everything is doing a-okay on stream. So let's get going to it. Yes, use the one on the cloud. Yep, and we got invigoration. That's lovely. Let's just keep at it then. We should have also gotten a few more normal ones done because of daily challenges. Done none of these, so let me go ahead and get back to where I was. Double money, get... Where is he? There's Ben. And actually, I'm going to quickly double check something, because I don't remember who I'm leveling right now. I know Mortar Monkey needs some. Helipilot. Buccaneer. Sub's good. Sniper is good. Yeah, so just these four and then excluding Dartling Gunner. So let's put Benny right here. And oh, this is going to be a good place for monkey pirates. So let's go ahead and get some of them set up. Can I squeeze one in? It doesn't seem like it. There we are. And then we'll keep on with the long-range family. So let's get started. But I hope everyone so far has been having a great day. I got to do something really fun today. I went to a game repair shop and got my old Pokemon cartridges repaired. The batteries in them were dead. They were all the original batteries, which is technically insane. But I got to keep them, and now I get to play Sapphire and Ruby in real time again. And I do have Emerald, it's just I needed to do Sapphire and Ruby stuff first for a specific reason I'm currently planning. There we go. That might be the last of the Monkey Buccaneers. Oh no, I can fit one in. Yeah, that's good. Now let's get started on making me some merchant monkey men. And that should be the start of getting a little bit of an army going. I very much come around to merchant monkey men. I definitely see why they are used so often now. Playing dailies has made me aware of that. I also tried out some race stuff. That was fun. I'm very bad at it, unfortunately. But hopefully I'll get better with time. That's the goal, at least. Do another one of those. And we are blitzing through this right now, which is just lovely for me. In fact, I don't probably even need to upgrade the shooting on these guys. At least not right now. Oh, no. Right, I forgot, I can also just spam one. So that'll be very fun for me to do. What else has been going on? Oh, I got my faceplate for my Elgato. I don't have the Elgato yet. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to get some sniper monkey action in on this. Totally fine by me. Let's pop some fast firing on him. And do a little bit of extra damage to ceramics. Pop those down. And in the meanwhile, first I'm gonna check on these. Definitely want to do that. And yeah, let's just focus on, from there, Monkey Aces. Monkey Aces, my beloved. I thought I could squeeze one in there. Centered path, and then let's do some rapid fire. That's always a fun way to handle this situation. I feel like my voice is a lot more smooth today. I'm going to view that as a positive, even though it feels a bit strange to admit. Because, I've been very much trying to practice being good with my vocals. I've been doing, tongue twisters and exercising. I'm obviously still not there. This is not a one-night improvement. But any improvement at all is something I can be proud to say I'm working towards. Yeah, we're gonna be doing real nice with this. Once I get access to all the monkeys, I'm so excited to figure out which one's gonna be my favorite. Better quickly stop and slow down real quick. He's already good. Let me put a main Moab on. Oh, one of these guys isn't upgraded fully yet. Oh, we're done. Heck yes. Return home. Let's go with play. I never get over the fact it just sends you back to the start, basically. It's just my brain kind of dying. Just put Benny over here. And we'll pop down the glue gunner. Give a little love to the cannon as we are wont to do. Have dart monkeys be our main camo counters. Put another one of those guys down. And then we'll probably just stock up on glaive monkeys. That seems pretty simple to me. My hope is we can start really flying through these sections as time goes on. Because I'm much more used to the gameplay of this game. It's not by much, but you know, I play every day to make sure I do my dailies. And incremental progress is good progress, IMO. We're getting frag bombs and missile launchers up and going. I've been making good progress to the monkey knowledge tree as well. Enhanced eyesight. Some very quick shots. Probably going to go down the path of crossbow and sharpshooter. Oh, and we got Benny's ability. That is very happy for me. I hope folks had a good weekend. I got to do some really fun stuff with my family. We all went and built D&D characters together because my dad expressed an interest in playing D&D again. He played, early on, but, the satanic panic happened. It got to my, grandma. She panicked quite a little bit. So he kind of had to stop playing, but now that he's an adult, he's looking for more hobbies. And of course, me and my partner being D&D nuts and kind of the D&D experts of our family, happily invited him to play a game with all of us. So him and my little stepbros are going to be having a fun time together doing that. I really like the character I came up with. I'm going to be a Twilight Cleric. And basically, my character's premise is I am a dog that was turned into a human. And I would like to go back to being dog, please. So me and my owner, who my dad is playing, are on a quest to help me become dog again. Plus whatever my dad also decides with his character background. He unfortunately is busy with work, so he had a lot of trouble sitting down to really have time to figure out what it was he wanted to play. But he has my little brothers to help him out in the meanwhile to figure out, like, what he wants. Oh, thanks, Doge Cat. Yeah, I just wanted to play something simple and fun. Plus, I was doing research, obviously while we were planning everything to figure out, like, what domain. Because I was like, oh, I definitely want, like, a god of, like, loyalty and or dogs, because am dog. So I was like, what D&D dog gods are there that aren't, like, Anubis? Because he's a jackal, for one, and two, he's not exactly a god of, like, loyalty or dogs in a traditional sense. He just happens to be a god who is a dog. So I was looking around, and it turns out the best god of dogs is a halfling death god of, like, peaceful death and passing. And it's just like, I've never heard of this guy before. He's so cool. D&D always has that thing where they just have these cool, smaller gods and you, like, never hear about them. They really should make one big book of Divinity to list these kinds of characters, because some of the more small niche gods, like, that's some good stuff right there. Who am I gonna play now? I'm kind of curious. I know, I haven't played with Sadu, and I know a ton of people say she is one of the bests. So we're gonna put you right here, Missy. And then we'll back you up with some cannons. 3. Get a little bit of glue gunning going on. I am going to want... Where are you? Oh, hey. Okay, no, I need to still save more. It also just doesn't help that D&D has a very unfortunate habit of, like, killing their gods for really, really bad reasons, in my opinion. Like, really bad. Like, we kill the goddess of magic every time we make a change to the magic system bad. Even though she's the goddess of magic, and literally every time the goddess of magic dies, it just means chaos and terror for the modern era of that setting. I won't lie, I get a little salty about that. Perhaps a bit. Who else do I want? Let's see if a helipilot is enough. Okay, yeah, that's Pursuit. That saves me a lot of time. Which one of these is the Moab Shredder? Yeah, it's that one. Good. Alright. Who else? Can't use you. How about a monkey sub? I like me a monkey sub. Alright, let's see if this'll work. It sounds like you play a lot of D&D yourself, Dogecat. I hope you have fun with whatever campaigns you are in. Or are you the perpetual DM? In which case, I apologize. I too have worn those shoes before. Oh, I forgot we start at round 30 in these ones. Need a sip of water. There we go. Man, I still gotta figure out what I'm gonna have for dinner. Probably not pasta. I had mac and cheese for lunch. I'm feeling something light. Maybe I'll have chicken noodle soup. But if I want chicken noodle soup, I'm gonna want to order from that place nearby that has really good cream cakes. I'll have to consider it. I need to be better about my weight. Well, more so my sugar intake than anything. Oh, right. Oh, I didn't realize I had that much in you, pal. Sorry. Yeah, Carpet of Spikes. That's a classic. Oh, I've been doing really good so far with, doing some achievements offline. I actually managed to get the Piku Niku Dance King treatment, or Dancing Machine achievement. I forget which it's called. But it's basically the one where you have to get a perfect combo in a dancing game. And the only reason I managed to do that is because the way the game is programmed, you are allowed one fuck up. Because the game rounds up. So you only have to hit 109 notes in a row. Instead of 110. You know, little graces like that. I'm lying, this was incredibly painful. What else? What else? Honestly, I do make jokes about it, but any grace in a rhythm game, like, even a simple one like that one is one to take. Some rhythm games are brutal. It's the main reason I've never delved into rhythm heaven. It doesn't help I have really bad rhythm. It's one of the reasons I actually want to pick up the drums so I can forcibly practice and make that aspect better about myself. I'm also very jealous of my partner because he has pitch perfect hearing. He can replicate any song perfectly. And he refuses to learn music. And it upsets me and his mom greatly, because she's also a musician / band nerd. I also want to figure out, like, some music to put on the BRB screen of my stream when I have to, you know, quickly get up and do something while I'm away. I'm thinking maybe, you know, classic Wii music. Something like that. Maybe a little bit of Game Boy or PS2 ambiance. Just something simple. I would choose RPG music, but unfortunately, I find it very hard to find, like, good RPG menu music. It really doesn't exist. At least not in ways I remember. Usually it's just the background track. You could technically count save point music as menuing music, but I don't. I'm just weird. Yeah, I think I should start using Sadu for, deflation mode. The Final Fantasy Prelude could be good for... this is the start of stream music. As ever, I'm just trying to find ways to ever improve the stream. So don't mind me yammering about it. But I definitely want to hear y'all's opinions if you have any. And A-okay. We cleared that one in record time, in my opinion. Get back to good old Benny for a little bit. Now let's see. Still need more Mortar Monkey, Helipilot. You guys. Well, you guys aren't getting used, so it's just down to you, Free, then. And just set him over here. Why not? Oh, I didn't put on double money. I was like, wait, where's my cash? There we go. Oh, my Stream Deck faceplate. The hardest part of BT6 is probably gonna be... Yeah, no, that... I'm aware of that. I'm in baby mode, so I'm kind of relishing it right now. But that's kind of the point of this. I will... If I can reach black borders at the end of this, I will be considered a BTD6 expert. I have earned the right to call myself that, I think. Until they do updates and change things, and, you know, I forget everything. Who do I want to bring up first? Yeah, probably, like... I don't know why I'm being so picky. You know, maybe I should also throw in a few... Oh, hey, you have enough. You know what? Let me, as my first monkey, just to get a little bit of stuff down, put this guy. I think that's very fun. It's not the common choice, but he'll at least be a good defense until we get enough for someone a bit more sturdy. Super Monkey! Wasn't there, like, actually in the comics a Superman monkey? And that became a detective? It was either a Superman monkey or a Batman monkey that became a detective. Maybe it was Green Lantern. I can never tell. Plus, I would not be surprised if this monkey has multiple iterations where they have changed that origin. I should probably put the dart planes over here in order to save some space. Okay, there we go. Oh, and we got Benny's ability. That's great. As ever, I'm sorry you're going to hear my mouse spamming button number 1, but it's the only way I will remember to use his ability. Up, and we got our first camo. Gonna need to break out a Mortar Monkey. I know he is technically not the most efficient way to deal with those Bloons, but I do need to level him anyway, so he is officially on the team. Detective Chimp, thank you. You know, honestly, that makes me think, one weird, like, little difference that DC has to Marvel in terms of, like, their silly character stuff. I don't think Marvel's ever, like, really delved into the idea of, like, oh, these are the pets of the superheroes. And this is what they do. Let's go ahead and give him a little upgrade. Who's... Yeah, probably I want to go down... Tech Terror? No, Laser Blast for now. And I think that's all good. So let's just keep adding that. Did DC make a series of where the hero... Hang on, I'm having a little trouble reading for some reason. I'm dying. Let me slow down a little bit so nothing happens. DC did make a series of the heroes when they're not heroing. Yeah, they have. I believe they've done that a few different times, actually. I know specifically, at the very least, for that one that type of concept in particular, that's kind of what the Wayne Family Matters is. And that is, like, a really cute, like, webcomic that I always highly recommend people read if they just want fun Batman stuff. And I mean, like, all the Batmans. There's Cassandra, there's Tim, there's, I don't know why I'm forgetting his name. The youngest Batman. Batman, Robin, Drake. Damien! His name is Damien! Oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot my boy, Damien. Okay, we're getting a lot of... Oh, well, that's not enough. Let's spend this, Oh yeah, definitely the Moab Mauler. Oh, wait, no, I need hard press first. Alright. That's pretty good. Truth be told, I need to read more comics again. I'm always bouncing between doing manga and comics. It just doesn't help there's so much to catch up on, and also comics is a little complicated at times. Well, perhaps saying a little complicated at times should be more in the vein of they're a little complicated at the best of times. Also, aren't Bloons supposed to be dangerous? Why are these guys going skiing while their town is getting infested by Bloons? Like, go home. Your ski trip can wait. They like to live on the edge. Is the edge worth getting captured by helium? Also, speaking of, helium is technically a non-renewable resource. Where are these Bloons getting all of their helium from? It's a scam, I tell ya, by Big Float. Aren't you the one that told me helium's a non-renewable resource, Frozen Fabler? I swear I remember this conversation, both from the perspective of one, not only did you tell me before this joke, but then there was a joke in Smiling Friends. Who said they're floating? That's how I know they're filled with helium. Can you even gather enough hydrogen to float a balloon? Wait, no, blimps exist. You know what? That would explain why these things would be so dangerous if they're filled with hydrogen. Yeah, I would believe that if that were the case. Easily. Gonna have another blimp incident on our hands. That's mean. You should not say that. A lot of people died in that incident. It happened a long time ago, but still. Were you not thinking of the Zeppelin? Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, Frozen Fabler, no! I mean, I don't blame you, because who thinks about the Zeppelin, but oh my gosh! Oh... Oh, I can't stop smiling. That's too funny. Yeah, and you know what exploded? The Zeppelin. Okay, hang on. Let's do... I guess I'll just fill the map with dart monkeys and focus on their paragon first. Ah! Me when I reference a tragedy from over 100 years ago that shaped modern air travel as we know it. Do all this. Oh, I accidentally hit the wrong thing. That's totally fine, though. Ba-ba-ba. And we're done! Primaries only. Now we just need to do... Oh, what are you alerting me about? Oh, it's lagging. It's not lagging anymore. Easy, and then we're gonna do deflation. Let's get that sawdo again. It really is crazy to think that that is the reason, though, we do not have, like... Oh, Viking sawdo is actually perfect for this area. She's all bundled up in her little coat. Oh, hey. We can upgrade something, and we can get the big one. Then there is this guy. 2, 3, 1, 2. Get 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. A mortar monkey. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Probably a helipilot again. Pursuit. Do faster darts with Moab push. Oh, I haven't done shit for ninja. Maybe I should continue. No, that would be foolish of me. Yeah, let me go ahead and continue with ninja for a little bit. It's not the smartest play, I'm aware. But I think I have confidence in our ability. Increase attack speed for 2 shurikens at once. 5 shurikens at once. Seeking and caltrops. And we still have some money left over. That's great. What do we want to invest that in? I'm thinking maybe a sniper monkey, actually. He will be a little weaker than the rest, but he will be of great support to us nonetheless. And now we just have to wait for the most boring game mode to me. Good ol' Sadu. Truly, all these monkeys have, like, awesome designs. Even the, like, non-heroes. Which should be how it is. You're gonna be placing these guys way more. But I feel it's worth noting. All maps usually have secrets. Is the speed of these guys picking up? Or is that just me? Up, we are getting some leads. Sometimes I do wish there was a triple speed for instances like this. And at some point, I'm going to have to do a deflation to round 100. I'm definitely going to try and go my longest that I possibly can. For that. Just to record it for my, profile. Little mortar monkey is doing great. Oh, we did get an upgrade. And now we just have to get the final levels for him. And they'll be all set for, when we have to do military-only monkeys. Everyone will have an upgrade. Except for probably Dartling Gunner. I'm still debating if I want to buy Dartling Gunner or just unlock him. I think unlock them, and if I want the icons, I'll just bite the bullet. I have not spent money. I've spent money on stupid junk before, and I will spend money on stupid junk again. Definitely, though, I feel like the hardest to level is going to be support and magic monkeys. Oh goodness, excuse me. I'm having a little bit of trouble in my chest right now, it seems. Whew. Just a little bit of a tightness, though. It passed. Take a little sip of water to help that out. And do that. Clear that out. And how high a level is she getting? She's only level 7. That is great. She's only done 1,000 pops even. This guy has 12 times the pops she got. Heck, even these guys are doing more. She's only on par with the sniper monkey. That, in my opinion, is pretty darn swell. Yeah, no, I see why people like her a lot. I do know she also has a really, really darn cute panda skin I wish we could get, but it's only in China. Oh, I would love a cute panda skin. What other skins would be nice? I do know they just did, like, the Adora skin for Adora. I would really like more collab skins like that. I'm not sure what other ones exist, or if that was the first one, since I literally joined the game as it was about it, since it's around the time it's ending. But, I don't know. Other ones could be really fun. You could do G.I. Joe for any of the, military monkeys. That would be super cool. Who could... Oh, you could easily do, like, a proper Avatar one for, Sai. A proper Avatar one would be really fun. Heck yeah! That was a little tight, but we managed A-okay enough. And if we finish all these maps today, we will be done with the beginner. I'm so excited for that. Let's get Benny back. Hang on, I'm also going to... Oh, speaking of Frozen Fabler, check this out. He has a... This hero, Pat, has a kaiju skin. And you might recognize him. You might even enjoy him and his appearance. Not only that, but hang on. You go down the levels and check out who he becomes. Oh, he's also Santa, or Snowman. But I prefer kaiju. I'm pretty sure someone in here is proper Santa. I forget who. Or maybe I'm just having dissociations again. Either way, back to Benny. On to easy standard. Ooh. This looks like a great area, actually, to throw some tacks down. Where is... Here we go, over here. Probably shouldn't have put him there. I'll live with the consequences of my actions. What happens, happens. Get some hot spikes going. And these should last us for a few rounds, hopefully. Faster production, exactly what we need. And then we will move on to Mortar Monkey time. Faster reloads. Even faster reloads. I just love the way the Mortar Monkey kind of just moves in a beat, like, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. He's really putting his back into it. Oh gosh, that just reminds me of my favorite military story. Perchance, do any of you know the history of the wonderful double-barrel cannon? It is one of the most amazing military blunders in history, in my opinion, next to trying to use a cat to spy on the Soviets and bat napalm. But how this one works, this story in particular works, is during the Civil War, a gentleman was attempting to think of a way to aid I think it was the South. Yes, it was the South. And he came up with the idea of a huge double-barrel cannon where it once fired with two chains connecting it. It would fling across the battlefield and pierce any target or hurt any target that the chain passed through, basically cleaving people. A demented saw trap of ancient proportions, if you will, that could only be come up with by a man high on the wonderful combination of opioids and cocaine that was historical Medicare. Anyway, he made this thing and presented it to the military, as one is wont to do. And as he is doing this, keep in mind, there are no precise measurements during this time frame. Despite the fact they were made with literal box of scraps sometimes, weapons were incredibly fragile and amazing examples of engineering of that time frame. However, cannons were not, and soldiers especially did not give a fucking shit about that fact. They would pour gunpowder down like it was their last shot, which it very much could have been. Anyway, as they filled it up with no regard for, like, any issue this cannon may cause, once fired, the part of the cannon that held the two balls launched first. I believe it was the left one. And it dragged the other one out of its chamber. And if you know how gravity works, or physics works, if one object is tied to another, it will probably experience weird drag and movement, like a whirlybird almost. So this cannonball shot through the air, spinning madly, wrecking several $1,000 worth of Civil War era houses, and causing what one Southern general described as a cataclysmic level of destruction I have never seen before and will never see again in my life. And technically he was right. Hi, CatCon. You caught us talking about the joys of terrible engineering back before regulations existed. And, you know, anyone could be an inventor, even if they had none of the qualifications. It's going great. We're just making good progress through getting medals in Bloons TDD6. If we are quick enough, which we have been keeping with a great pace so far, we should be able to move on to intermediate easy, medals today. I hope you've been going good. I hope you have been doing well as well. And good stuff has been going on with you. I did! Yes, I did end up doing that. I got the achievement, like, when I sat down. It took me, like, 30 minutes, which I am so grateful for, because I've read about that achievement taking people hours to do. Oh, I messed up. Hang on, I gotta restart. Thank you! I'm really excited to continue the game on Wednesday. I do need to figure out what I'm gonna play after. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do some more Balatro, or if I'll, for streams for a few days, or if I will just pull another game from the backlog. We'll see what I'm feeling. A lot has been going on recently. I actually was talking about this earlier. I got some batteries in old Pokemon cartridges repaired, so I can do some Pokemon stuff now. And I need to do some berry stuff for ribbon grinding. So maybe I'll stream that, we'll see. Okay, do this, and we should be good for a hot sec now. Yeah, I'm very lucky that me and my partner are old game hoarders. Ooh, nice. Do they do ribbons specifically, or are they also like a shiny hunter? Let's get a good old boomerang monkey down. Oop, make sure to pop off Benji's ability. Where do I want to go next? Probably another cannon, because I know how these things go. Oh, repairs is what you mean. Okay, my bad. I misunderstood. That's still really good. You need to have a lot of talent for it. I would like to learn that ability, but unfortunately, I have what I call Milo Murphy's tech curse, where anything that can go wrong with old technology will go wrong with me. And I'd rather hand it over to a professional to mess up than myself, because then they have to give me recompensation for it. Yeah, I have messed up one too many supposedly simple computer repairs where I followed the instructions step by step to trust myself with handling a very expensive machine again. Which is very funny because I actually know a lot about it, I just can't do it. I think I just get too up in my own head about the anxiety of destroying stuff now, that I just foil myself every time. I don't mind if I'm like paying enough money to do this stuff, I have the funds to spare. Totally fair with asking your parents to for help. Oh, partner, my bad. Actually, me and my little brother had a really great conversation recently about building computers, because other than, like, actually doing the physical act, I did build my rig all on my own. And he likes it so much, he wants my opinion to help him. So I'm thinking of offering to taking him to a micro center near us sometime soon. To, help him out. Find some good storage solutions and just a lot of different options. I hope you had a good sleep then, if you just woke up. I actually woke up early myself this time around, like 6 a.m., which is 2 hours earlier than what I usually wake up at. Thankfully, I don't mind, though. I enjoy waking up early. It's just my body likes to try and fight me because I have a nighttime body. Oh, 6 a.m.? Dang, you are a very early riser then. Mad respect to that. Oh goodness, I just splashed my face with water. Just gives you more time in the day. Yeah, feels better. Do. And now we move on to deflation. Let's switch up to Sadu. Sauda. Okay, I was saying that wrong. I'm glad I caught that. Yeah, this is probably the best spot for her. And then put down Mortar Monkey, my beloved. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Why is my brain dying on who to put down? I've literally been using the same team for the past, several minutes. Glue, soak, and Bloons dissolver. I can get away with probably putting down some subs. No, putting Buccaneers down is not a wise idea in this circumstance, in my opinion. Twin gun, airburst, triple darts. These guys are faves of mine. Let's put down that heli again. With some pursuit and faster dart firing. I might just fill up on subs, truth be told. They're just too dang good to ignore. Long range, advanced intel, do... Which path's cheaper? Yeah, let's do this path. And I think... Hang on, I'm gonna do this. That should be okay. I have faith in my abilities. And if not, well, then I messed up and that's my fault. I know supposedly you can break the monkey out of this at some point. I think you might need an ability for it. And I believe that's an achievement too. So I'll have to research how to do that at some point. There's nothing like good Bloons ASMR. Honestly, this game is really the masterclass in that little gameplay tip of, like, if you're going to have a lot of the same sound effect, vary their pitch. Because that can make it so much more bearable if you're hearing the same sound repeat over and over again. I have researched a lot into game dev, even though I definitely do not have the technical prowess to pursue it yet. It is one of those things where I would like to get into it, at the very least as a hobbyism. Maybe make a gamer free. I have ideas I've written down. Like a lot of people into games, I suppose. It really is wild, like, RPG balancing, which is unfortunate because, like, I'm a big RPG fan. So that sounds annoying to manage, but hey, I will make do if that is the path I end up pursuing. Because the only way to improve at something is to do it. And your brain is lying if they say it's too hard, because the brain is literally physiologically programmed to make any task appear harder than it actually is, out of fear of conserving energy, and you won't be able to properly gauge its actual difficulty until you are already performing it. A little bit of fun brain facts for you right there. Have these guys hit anything yet? Yeah, no, they have. Okay, they can't... Yeah, no, this guy doesn't get anything. They have to wait till they're in range of him. Dang, that means this, helicopter pilot is tearing it up. Good on the helipilot. How's his leveling going? My gosh, his stuff is so expensive. That's gonna be a minute. Yeah, and I've got nothing in him. This guy's just okay. Yeah, that makes sense for deflation. Again, worst game mode. And I know for a fact Buccaneers ain't got stuff, but I'm still gonna check because, well, I checked the other ones. Ugh. Do a little bit of adjusting. I'm super curious how many of each balloon I'll have popped by the end of this. I might have to record that. I think that would be really interesting statistics to find out, at least for my own sake. see how far I've got into the other game's achievements, because I know basically there's one for popping every type of balloon. Has Sadu been leveling this whole time? Yeah, no, she's been leveling even though she hasn't been attacking, which is good. Each strike, that's pretty good. Let me do that, make sure. And it got pushed back as soon as I applied it. That's amazing. Man, I do not get why some people were being picky about me choosing her for stuff. All this tells me is a lot of people don't play deflation mode a little bit, though they may have been trying to give me super high-end deflation strats, which is not the point here. We're doing achievement hunting first. And the achievement decrees I only need to get to level 40 as of right now. And when I need to get to a high level, I will research the best way to do that. I got my Spotify, songs you may like this week. Found a few good ones, not the best, but the app is finally starting to actually, like, figure out what it is I enjoy and is giving me more tolerable songs than not. Sometimes it just gives me, like, garbage picks, though. I am personally a little bit of everything. I don't really have a bias against any particular genre. I can listen to a lot of electronica or super, like, heavy, intense music because I'm incredibly sensitive to certain sounds and, like, heavy bass. So I don't listen to that as much simply for a factor of my body can't handle it, not out of, like, a genuine dislike or anything. Same thing with country. I appreciate good country and whatnot, but I find a lot of modern country to just not be satisfying. Particularly, though, I think what speaks to me is rock-style music. Particularly, I know for a fact, like, I grew up on Green Day, basically. Blink-182. Yep, rock fan. My dad definitely instilled that into me. He is a huge fan of rock and roll and whatnot. Grew up, like, listening to Nirvana, all that kind of deal. And, of course, you know, I grew up in the era of, You saw Green Day? Oh, heck yes. That's one of the things on my bucket list. I'm also super jealous because I know Avril Lavigne, who was another person I grew up with. She is kind of rock adjacent. She's more pop, but still I grew up with her. I have an appreciation for her music. Is on tour right now, but I definitely can't afford to see her because the Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering cards are coming out in a few days. And on top of that, me and my partner plan to go to a convention soon. And there is someone there I need to get the signature of. Yeah, priorities. I also have to buy a Game Boy for, like, ribbon farming and whatnot. Because me and my partner, we only own one. Or, no, we own 3. One of them is, like, an analog pocket, which is that fancy, bougie, rich guy Game Boy you can actually plug into your TV. Yeah, conventions are fun. What do you guys do when you go to conventions, if you go at all? I'm always, like, an artist alley prowler. I love going to artist alleys, and if there's someone I want to meet, I will absolutely make sure I go to meet them. Respect, respect. Ooh, the shiny merch is always good. Honestly, people that stand in line for very famous VAs have my mad respect. Every time he comes to our area, Patrick Sate's line is flooded, and I know for a fact his line is probably flooded every single place he goes to. Well, if your partner can take a long time at signatures, you're allowed to take a long time at Artist Alley. Oh. I accidentally let a little camo balloon almost pass, but I stopped him, haha. Gosh, standing in line just reminds me of how my partner reacted when we ended up going to meet Charles Martinet, because he was at a convention we went to. And my partner is like a big guy. He's like a really big guy. We literally were filling out some forms earlier, and we had to put in our heights. He is a full foot taller than me. And not just that, but he's like a big dude. Big cuddly teddy bear fella. And, you know, we go up to Charles Martinet's line, and he is actually standing up. He's like, hey, I'm so sorry. I have to go do something really quick. I will literally be back in 5 minutes. And we were like, okay, we totally understand. Yeah, no rush. Do what you need to. And he was like, great, thank you. And he stands up. And if you have never met Charles Martinet, the voice of Mario before, the man is tall. And I mean, like, the man is the tallest man I have ever met in my life. And I literally saw my partner's whole face just drop. Like, almost a sheer expression of shock and a tinge of fear, seeing how big Charles Martinet is. And I noticed, and I'm just smiling at him. And he was like, you're shocked, right? And he was just like, yeah. And I was like, what? Did you expect him to be like Mario size? And he was like, kind of, yeah. But he is always a lovely gentleman to meet. I always highly recommend, visiting Charles' booth anytime he's in a convention, just to even just say hi and talk to him. He's an incredibly lovely fellow. I do sympathize with being tiny, though. I wouldn't say I'm tiny, but I'm average. Though I am also a little bit wide. So, my proportions just... I won't say my proportions are weird, but I would say I am well proportioned for all my features. It's very funny because my sister is like that. Like, my sister is notably shorter than me. Yep, that's also my sister. Which is very funny, because no one in our family is that short. If anything, a lot of the women in our family are really tall. So what you're saying, CatCon, is you just need to sit on top of your partner's shoulders and you'll be the tallest person in the room. Oh, you didn't mention you were a centimeter taller. No, that makes you, yeah, a giant. Yeah, you're the big one. I should have been putting down more monkeys. I got distracted. Oh my gosh, they just melt that Moab. Exactly, 7 feet tall. Perfection. I didn't know this map was easy. 4 circles. Alright, back to deflation. Pull up Sauda, wherever she is. I always lose track of who's where. I I do not know what that exclamation point means. Okay, put her right here. Get a glue monkey. Come on. How do you mean never understood the characters? Like their designs or like what they do? Oh, hey, there's water in this area. I could put in buccaneer monkeys. That's totally fair. Like, they have like a ton of abilities, truth be told. It's insane. Hang on real quick. Just got a message. There we go. I mean, hey, I would highly recommend giving this one a shot. It's really fun. Yeah, you know what? Do long reach. Then, oh, don't forget my mortar monkey, my beloved. It's one of those things where all of them are really self-explanatory, and they're really easy to learn, hard to master. Oh. No, I get what you mean. It's kind of like playing Smash Bros. And, like, you only play the characters that, like, came out from the Smash Bros. You're familiar with. Like, I definitely came out during... For me, it was the Brawl era. So, I tend not to gravitate to anyone except, like, Zero Suit Samus, because she was my favorite. Another heli fella. Fast, fast, fast. And how do I want to do this? Maybe a... Yeah, this seems good. It's not the best, but hey, I think I'll do efficiently enough. They do also like adding new monkeys a lot, which I personally think is nice. Like, Mer Monkey, like, was a really fun addition to the Magic Monkey class. I know that. And apparently they're adding another one, Desperado Monkey, which is like a gunslinger, if I remember right from what I was reading. Man, I actually forget how old this game is. I'm gonna look that up. Because if I remember right, it's really, like, kind of old, technically. Bloons TD6. Yeah, 2018, dang. That is over 5 years ago at minimum. 7 years now. If I'm doing my math right, which I could definitely not be. And they're still supporting it, and it's still good. I think the only thing that's bad is, like, their other games they release half-baked. Nah, you're not old. Everyone's old and young at the same time. You are old until you suddenly are not in the presence of another person that is another several years older than you. And you are young until another youngin approaches. Age is but a construct created by our society and supported by advertisements. Ooh, he is ready to level up. Not the most... Time is an illusion part, correct, but not death. You should buy gold, though. It's very important to buy gold. I know, and I went Gravity Falls. It really is good. I am hoping that the new show they are making is, better. Ironically enough, bodies being a illusion of light is just Steven Universe. So now we have 3 great shows on our roster of conversation. Apparently people have been rewatching Steven Universe recently. It's been really good to see love for it on, hang on, bring Dine. It's really good seeing love for it on Blue Sky, specifically. I haven't heard rumors about anything happening, but, I would be very excited if that were the case. I do know, a vinyl online store, I Am 8-Bit, that I follow a lot, recently released a vinyl of Steven Universe Future, which I'm considering buying. Oh, you're getting the Steven Universe Future vinyl? Nice. We have the, collection of all the show songs and, the movie one. Like, the special one they released, I think, for Christmas, or around Christmas time, at least. Last year. Yeah, Volume 1 is, the show and then the movie, and Volume 2 are all the tracks on Future, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I could be wrong, though. Regardless, you're getting all the music. Gosh, that just reminds me of one of my favorite, like, weird song mashups I heard when Gravity Falls was airing. Someone made a rendition of the Gravity Falls theme song in the style of, the Silent Hill composer. And it worked really well. It was really eerie. It almost felt like something out of Fatal Frame, in some ways. Especially, like, the endings of Fatal Frame. Oh yeah, I can sympathize with that. There was a period where I didn't really buy much big Pokemon merch because of that. Here we go. It also didn't help they really didn't make that much merch for the show. Like, it took, like, 1-2 years for them to even, like, make plushies or anything. Though, to be fair, Cartoon Network was really bad about that. In general, I feel like. They just hated making merch for their shows, or finding ways to make merch for their shows. Hello, Benji. Itch. Oh, right, I can put Buccaneers down. I love that for myself. Fast shooting. And let's get going. Yeah, I know one of the toys I was very excited about when Steven Universe was first coming out. I don't know why I enunciated that so hard. Were like the garnet punching Hulk hand fists. Those were so fun and so silly. I never bought them for myself because unfortunately whoever they had produce them used really cheap material. And they would just, the paint would peel off constantly, but I respected them for what they were. Okay, yeah, it is sped up. I do actually still have an old Steven Universe shirt of mine. It was a really cool button-up they did. It looks kind of like a shirt of that Master Roshi in Dragon Ball would wear. I'm too big to fit in it anymore because I bought it when I was a bit younger. But I can wear it as a nice, like, little over bowler shirt. Plus, it also helps that, I forget all who, but it's, at the very least, Rebecca Sugar, Dana Terrace, and Alex Hirsch having made that one site for fan merch for all their shows. Which, again, genius idea if their own frickin' companies aren't gonna do it themselves. They might as well make money off it and pay artists. Yeah, of course, love the Owl House. It's incredible. One of my favorite shows, I would have been all over it, like, even in the era where I had grown out of cartoons, personally, as a kid. And I'm really glad kids have it now. I just hate that the executives were stupid and canceled it, even though it was, like, literally every time we release an episode, we trend on Twitter. It's just so weird how executives are so slow to figure things out. Okay, it's time for Sniper Monkey assistance. I remember to watch it. It's you. Yeah, unfortunately, the hate did make people just hesitant to watch it. It was such a shame. Thankfully now, though, like, that stigma has definitely gone away, and that era, I feel, is changing. Though also, I say that every time because I like to have hope people on the internet will change and time is not a flat circle. And I'd rather be positive that we will teach proper online etiquette, and that you can just not agree with an opinion and not be weird about it unless it's, like, morally dubious. Okay, who am I missing? Mortar Monkey, my beloved. I got the wrong Mortar Monkey. Well, I will have 2 Mortar Monkeys. I have 2 Mortar Monkeys now. They are brothers in war. Executives seem to be very much of an older generation, where they are very, very slow to know what general audiences want, still thinking they are part of that general mindset. Like how teachers can't keep up with kid memes. Yeah, that is completely fair, Frozen Fabler. Personally, I don't find it too hard to pick up kids memes, but then again, I grew up in the era where memes were just, like, snap your fingers and they rapidly evolve. I may not participate in the meme. Like, personally, I don't do any of that Skibbity Toilet Riz Ohio junk, but, like, no, weirdly, I verbally get what they're going for. I know what they're doing. Just ain't my thing. Okay. Oh gosh, the teachers not keeping up with kids meme reminds me of one of my greatest moments in high school. Like the one time I had the perfect thing to say and I nailed the delivery. So this was in my last year of high school, where I felt like I was, finally coming into my own. I was being a touch more confident, not much, because I was still having difficulties with things I was unaware of at the time. But I was a part of a art private study where basically it was me and a bunch of other students that would be in the art room doing our own thing. I liked prioritizing digital art because that was still a very new thing at the time. I was, looking through everything, and one of my friends, my other people in my classes, was more of a painter, and she was doing a collage style painting of some monarch butterflies, or at least monarch adjacent butterflies. And if you don't know, monarch butterflies do have a lot of dupe insects in their family group, or at least insects that mimic them, because monarchs themselves are quite poisonous. So, if you mimic it and a creature sees you, typically an animal's eyesight is so bad, they're like, ugh, monarch butterfly, I don't want to eat that, that thing will kill me. So, as my friend is looking for pictures for her painting collage, she's like, I can't tell if my eyes are bad, if it's the printer, or if this butterfly just isn't a monarch butterfly, and it's white and gold. And in that instance, I immediately said, are you sure it's not black and blue, in reference to that dress meme that was going around in that time era? And she was like, no, I'm sure it's not. And then she pauses and turns around and looks at me. And she's like, did you just do that? And I was like, I did just do that. And she was like, that's so fucking funny. And I just felt so smart for the rest of the day. I never get to act on jokes that quickly. I keep buying the wrong damn monkeys. Though, to be fair, I appreciate all my monkeys nevertheless. Thankfully, even the ones that are not the ones I intended to purchase. Yeah, keep up with the dart munkins. It's really crazy to think, honestly, how many of my family members are teachers. We just have a lot of those. We also just have a lot of people that works with kids in my family. Or drunk people, which are like kids. Double monkey time. Double monkey time. I wonder what is the most amount of monkeys anyone has put on a single map. I'll have to look that up later. I know after a certain point the game does slow down if you're on a phone. Bum. I think once I have the, what is it? All the medals for this map, I'm gonna just do a quick break to refill my water, because I have run out of water now. And then we'll continue. It shouldn't take me even a minute. So we just have to do deflation. Yeah, and we're so close. We just have to... Once logs is done, we will be on to the intermediate maps. Switch up to Sauda. I put on double money on accident, dang it. Nope, I don't want to use double money. It's too easy if I use double money. Who should I... You know what? I often my Zelda doesn't get to attack because she's so far away. Let's change that. Then let's put Mortar Monkey over here. That'll be fun. And then I'm gonna set your target over here, bud. You're gonna have to be on it. And what I can do is do this. And then go down this route. And I think that's very fun because I get him. Do Pursuit with some razors. I have a Mortar Monkey. I have those guys. I do need a Glue Gunners who I'm missing. And last but not least, this fella. Oh, and we still have 1,000. That's great. Can anyone be upgraded? No, I guess I'll just put down another monkey over here. And that's good. Should I do another? Why not? Just more EXP for that family. And we'll see how this works. Hopefully my sound quality should improve soon, by the way. I'm gonna be getting more wall foam. Because I do have a few patches still that are exposed and I know are causing issues with echoes. I'm just lucky my partner had a bunch left over from when he broke down his sound booth, and he gave them to me rather than just like throwing them in storage. It was very kind of him. The only downside is, though, that means less space to hang up all my posters, but I'll make do. I'm a poster fanatic. I can always move stuff around, and I do have plenty of wall space still. Plus, I don't have nearly enough decorations out in the living room yet, so I can happily put up some of my special interest out there, let people know the madness they're walking into when they enter my house. So far, have not seen a balloon until that Moab popped up. That is a good sign. Ooh, for some reason I just remembered this. It's really interesting to me how Sesame Street got picked up by Netflix. I'm not sure how to feel about it. I'm not a fan of Netflix, even beyond, like, their policies. Like, I'm not sure if I enjoy the way they tend to handle shows, but that could just be down to the individual shows. But, just from how I'm generally hearing it, mostly everyone is staying the same. And I mean that, like, in terms of, like, the production people, not the actors. The actors are, of course, staying the same. I'm just very curious with how that will be. That also reminds me, I need to really buy JoJo parts. I need to buy all the JoJo parts, honestly. I don't trust Netflix to keep them. Same with Thus Spoke Rohan Kishibe. Plus, my little bros talked about JoJo last time we were here, and they expressed a slight interest in it. So I think it would be fun to get to watch that with them. See how they enjoy the family saga of the Joes. As ever, I will be elated to show someone Part 4, the best part, in my opinion. Best episodes, best villain, and an amazing Joe. Who is my favorite Joestar? It probably is Josuke, truth be told. I will say though, I am a Johnny enjoyer. He's not a good character. But I don't know. Something about him, man. He just speaks to me. And then I also like Gappy, but that's for stupid reasons. I just like what a silly guy he is. And also the insane details, if you know, you know. And if you want to know, I can't explain that to you. That breaks TOS. Personally, though, I feel like the kid, the Jodio of the current part, I feel like I'm really gonna like him. He's such a little shit, man. Like, I know it's still coming out and we haven't seen all of his character, but man, I just love how much of a little criminal bastard he is. Like, I don't know if Araki has ever written a protagonist like him exactly. And I'm so for it. It's so fun. Alright, we have reached the final row. I'm gonna quickly hop over to the BRB screen, and once I'm back, we'll continue. I just need more water. Like I said, back in a few minutes. Alright. I'm thinking we do something fun for this one. We're gonna hit each map in a row. And what I mean by that is we'll do the basic metal, basic metal, basic metal, primary, 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 and then deflation, deflation, deflation. Just something to mix it up a little bit, you know? Also, I hope the quality's been good. Again, Twitch was screaming at me earlier that my keyframe interval is too high. It looks okay to me, but hopefully it's not showing that way. So hang on real quick, back down here, and let's go. Benjamin can sit by the bush. Let's go over here. Heck yes, we got the maximum one. Then Mortar Monkey, how are you doing, hun? Still not there yet, that's totally fine. This will be a good one for Apache, actually. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, I think that's gonna be fun. So let's do this and this. And we'll build up a lot more darts, and once we hit that, that should hopefully be everything we need. It's a little risky, I'm not gonna lie, but What is it not if a little risk? We're on easy after all. This is not something we need to worry about too much. Alright, and we got enough for a mortar monkey. Increased accuracy. We'll get faster reloads here in a second. Move on to even faster reloads, and we'll start filling out the final bits to deal with camo balloons. We're getting there, which is good. And yes, we have it! Now let's focus on the planes. Ooh, actually, you know what? I'm going to save up a teensy bit to get one more heli. Oh, yeah. Come on. Let's do this. Come on, I always forget. I should have saved up a bit more for pursuit because I hate having him follow me. And then, oh, did you get enough, my friend? You did! You got balloon incineration! So proud of you, pal. Then get centered path, my friend. Come on, pal, you're almost there, yep. Darts. Lots more darts. It's so weird to play a tower defense like this, where you can just put down as much of a single tower as you want. Because one of my favorite tower defense games, Rats, Bats, and Bones, after a certain amount of power abilities, the price does increase. For, like, all towers of that type. And I don't know, that feels like a mechanic they would introduce here, and I don't know if I'd be mad about it. I do like that Bloons is focused on being skilled, but allowing you as much of a specific resource as you can obtain and feasibly hold. Not many games allow that. Very few do, like Rotato, Isaac, Blotto, technically, Blotto being Balatro. I just like shortening to that because it's silly and I enjoy silly names. Man, I'm never gonna get over the fact that Ben Starr, who is a very handsome man and also plays one of the most beautiful characters in JRPG fiction ever, is also Jimbo from Balatro. A man of many talents, for sure. Center path. Man, you wouldn't want to see this flying above your garden. I can guarantee that. Oh, nope, that's the wrong thing. Go standard for that. Ooh, I've also been getting a lot of, like, pop-adjacent songs recently. Going back to music for a little bit, even though it's a bit of a derailment from what I was saying earlier. Just, like, oh gosh. There's this one song I found called, Never Gonna Work. And it's just, oh, it's so good. It just has this super catchy beat. It reminds me a lot of, I Don't Know How They Found Me. Almost more like a not jazzy, but a, happy version of I Don't Know How, But They Found Me. Alright, let's get to some good old monkey buccaneering. Oh, what do we do with a drunken sailor? What do we do with a drunken sailor? What do we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? They do weird stuff with a drunken sailor in the morning, I'll tell you what. Like, you would not believe what they do with the drunken sailor in the morning. Boop, boop, boop. Oh gosh, I just remembered one of my more favorite recent Tumblr posts. Where a high school teacher, I was reading chat again real quick, and I saw the thing of, like, not being able to keep up with kids' memes, and I remembered this one history teacher talking about the Watergate scandal and Tricky Dicky, and of course saying dick in a classroom of middle schoolers is somewhat difficult with their maturity. So she banned people from calling him that, but then, like a bunch of little medieval peasants, they started calling him Richard the Treacherous instead. And it's like, gosh, that's so good. Kids are so much funnier nowadays, in my opinion, sometimes. Though I'm sure that can be said about a lot of generations and a lot of kids. I could also just not be very funny. I'm very aware that could be a factor in this. Ooh, I was worried for a second, seeing those camos get by. I plan on eventually, picking up some of my classes again for when I'm off stream. I don't, like, go to college or anything, but I do, go to... not go to, but I purchase, like, online classes, you know, ones that are, like, you pay for it once and you'll have access to it forever. That kind of stuff. It's just much more convenient for me. So I plan on doing that again soon, and doing a bit more social marketing researching, as well as, stuff to do with, editing on Premiere Pro. And I'm excited to do that. I don't really want to use Premiere Pro. I prefer, I would prefer DaVinci Resolve, but my partner already pays for it, and I understand I am very stupid. No, I shouldn't say that about myself. I understand I prefer a simpler method and the means that Adobe provides. It just infuriates me that they are the ones with the monopoly, and they are the industry standard regardless of, you know, morality. Man, I have a lot of monkey money now. And we're only going to get more. Man, this is such an interesting area. Oh my gosh, I love it. I have no idea how things are gonna move. I assume, like, through... Oh, yeah, oh, that's so fun. Oh, I love that. I'm gonna be so bad at this map. Because I have no idea where to put stuff. Probably do... Yeah. Do one of these. Little risky, but I think I can manage it. We've been doing lots of risky pit plays lately. Oh, and there's even Josh. There's space in the middle for Buccaneers. Oh, this is such a good spot for them. Oh, I'm so happy I noticed that and I'm not blind. Come on. There we go. Get one in there. You gotta wonder if the monkeys are like, Captain, are you sure we should be putting 4 pirate ships in this small pond? And then they realize they're literally getting paid to be in the small pond, so they just shut their mouths. I've been considering, like, watching Top Gear recently. I know a lot of people, like, grew up with Top Gear, and it's very influential on, like, both a lot of people's humor and just taste and stuff, you know? Especially people I would declare car freaks. And I mean car freaks affectionately, in, like, a complimentary way. I'm sure the car freaks out there understand exactly what I mean. How much EXP do you have? Yeah, you know, you need a ton more. So we're gonna get you a ton of more EXP. Go! Yep, and we're getting some good dosh. Thank you, Benjamin. There's one merchant monkey. Oh, pardon me. 2 merchant monkeys. Three merchant monkeys. Four merchant monkeys. Ah ha 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 ha. Oh, nope. Go away. Go away, Shoo. Go pursue. Go chase. At least get Moab shove. Then come on, I saw a little spot. There we go. Then, oh gosh, are we gonna get enough money to get this guy up to the level I want to get him at in time? Yes, just barely. We got 4 darts, not darts, helis. Oh, that's so good. And that's all medals on the easy maps. But we're not done with that yet. We need to do primary only now. So, let's get our glue gunner. And I did the thing I always do where I accidentally give him too much stuff. Can't die sight, thankfully. Dart monkeys are ever reliable and cheap, and make up for all of my mistakes in the world. So let me do a little of this. I have an interesting question actually about memes. Do any of you guys ever see memes where it's like, well, that's just factually wrong, and not even in like the funny, I'm purposefully spreading misinformation on the internet way, and just the, you did literally no research or effort into this kind of way? Because I've been seeing that recently, and it's just kind of like annoying. Because it's such an easy thing to know if you had even the slightest hyperfixation on like another country as a kid. Where right now they're making a... There are... Not... That's a conspiracy theory. No. That's a conspiracy theory. That's not... Are you sure that's a meme? And you're not just encountering it a lot because you engage with... I'm sorry, Saribot just surprised me. Someone, me... Okay, you know what? That's fair. Memes mocking conspiracies. Okay, hang on. I need to slow down so I can actually put out enough monkeys to deal with this. But, well, that's good to know in the conspiracy theorist memeing community. That's a meme, I suppose. But also, I believe I said this before, and I'll say it again. Because to explain that dumb theory, the idea is that the plateaus and deserts and areas are the actual trees, and the saplings of our trees are just like babies of those giant quote-unquote plateau trees, which are the stumps. And I'm sorry to say, a forest of saplings is still a forest. Oh, I think I slowed down on accident, not speed up. There we go. Take a little water to center myself. Oh, gosh. Mine is, wait, how is that annoying? You never elaborated on that. You just told me what the meme was about, not the actual contents of the meme. I'm realizing that, like, makes it like you just aren't putting effort in. Frozen Fabler. Like, what is upsetting about that? Ooh, he turns. I can respect that. Okay. On to primary only for end of the road. Which is fun, because that means I get to... They show mountains and say there are no forests on Earth, and follow up with things that show a rock surrounded by sand, saying there are no deserts. Okay, so it's not even like... It's not even like any kind of commentary of like a comparable thing. Like, there is no war in Ba Sing Se, kind of. Yeah, no, that's lazy. That makes sense. To explain the one I get angry at, it's like the recent one where people are comparing American cryptids to European cryptids, where it's just like, oh, mythical little fairy creatures. Oh, thank you for being so whimsical and kind. We will do anything for you. And then American cryptids being like, tell me the piece of God, the name of God, you fungal piece of shit, basically. And, you know, speaking eldritch horror. And I can immediately tell, like, okay, this person has no idea the types of horrors that European fae are. Because if you know anything about the fae of any European space, Eastern or otherwise, you do not mess with them. You have all the fear and all the respect, because you will end up in a terrible situation if they decree it. And they can decree it for any reason if you're dumb enough to give them your name. And heck, you don't even need to give them your name. Some of them just hate you and exist only to kill. Like, I always personally think of the Selkie, which is that horse that drags you into water. That thing is messed up. Oh, I better put down a dart monkey. I'm gonna be getting a camo soon. Like, there are people that do so well with, like, unique cryptid designs and adapting them. And then there are, like, just people that really don't give a shit and they're like, oh, a scary monster, when it's like, you need to understand the culture behind the monster. Dracula isn't scary because he sucks your blood. He's scary because he's a representation of various sins the Victorians feared in several manners. Come on. What do I want to go for? Probably more dart monkeys. That feels reasonable. Oh, it scared me for a second. Jeez. I don't know why. But I got scared. Okay, getting some good work done. Love to see that. I do know I really should just be spamming these, sharpshooter monkeys whenever I can. Because I do need to get a certain amount of crit shots, if I remember correctly. Yeah, very quick shots. I also love how if you go down the very quick shot and the crossbow path, your monkey gets 2 bandanas, one for over the eye, one for headband, and it's like, bro, come on, you don't need that much fabric. We're in the desert, for Pete's sake. You're gonna overheat. Take that off. Also, monkeys in the desert is like a weird thing. Like, that's like a whole section in Earthbound and like a fetch quest. This is where you get like one of the most powerful pieces of like items in Earthbound as well. Maybe I should play Earthbound for the channel. I haven't played it in a long, long time. Okay, we only have the 500 amount left and then the 1,000. Thankfully, Easy has paid for that all on its own, I believe. And if not, well, others will definitely offer even more. So that will be useful. And then one final primary, and then we'll move on to deflation. Put down a little old him. Do a glue gunner. I'm just gonna do that. Shoot. Yeah, and then start dart monkeying. And that is easy peasy lemon squeezy. I wonder what's clickable on this map. Oh, hey, yeah, little spores. That's cute. Love that. Let me do a little bit of this, because these guys are starting to have trouble. And then we'll get up to Moab Mauler. That'll be lovely. The hope is, by the time I reach hard, I'll have all, if not most, of the monkey knowledge unlocked. I have all that done. Let's... oh, yep, no crossbow. Honestly, I think just one more of these guys and I'm good. Like, I'll just put him over here. Like, it doesn't really matter to me. Yeah, no, that's perfect. Ooh. I am reminded, I did have some lovely conversations today with the owner of the game shop. I actually need to leave him a review still. I'll make sure to do that after stream. But just a lovely older gentleman. It's funny, he's actually a little younger than my dad, it seems like. Because he was talking about Magic the Gathering and whatnot, and how, you know, got told off for all that devil magic, and I brought up, like, the same thing with D&D, and he said that was a little before his time. Just a little bit, though, and it was like, wow. It's just always really crazy how cycles of that kind of thing repeat themselves. I'm very lucky my parents did not view things through that same lens. Gosh, I don't want to imagine what I'd be like if I didn't have Pokemon, my beloved. I'm saying that a lot recently. I guess that's a new verbal thing. It's very funny, so I'm not gonna complain. At least it's funny in my opinion. Oh, that's razor sharp. Sharp, 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 sharp. Oh, I have not been clicking my make more money button. I need to remember to click my make more money button more. Because making more money is really good in Bloons Tower Defense 6. Did you all know tower defense is a trademark term, and that's the reason things use TD as a abbreviation? Because apparently the person that owns the tower defense word copyright's a real jerk. Won't, like, let it be in public domain. I actually don't even know who owns that. I'm gonna look that up later. Because I want to know who is the jerk that, like, basically forced an entire readaptation of a name. Whoever they are, I can imagine they're very rich and very annoying. It could also be the unfortunate thing like what Warner Brothers did, though, or whoever. I think it might have been DC themselves. If you don't know this and you wonder why there has never been another live-action Batman TV show, it is because when they sold the rights to make a live-action Batman TV show, you know, the one with Adam West, they did not just sell the rights to do that, they sold the rights to do that in perpetuity, which means so long as Disney holds that copyright or that stipulation, whatever it is, no one else ever can make a live-action Batman TV show that features a live-action Batman. It is the reason Gotham exists, and a huge part of Gotham is there is no Batman. It's because they literally can't, because DC was very silly. You can't blame them in some ways. Some of that stuff is so hard to predict how that can bite you in the butt. However, there is a certain level of, well, this is the consequences of my own actions, and this feels like one of them. Pursuit, firing darts, do this. Do a nice Moab. Who do I... Oh, hey, one of my friends is playing Repo. Nice. Probably one of these guys. Yeah, that seems well and good. Ooh, I think a nice one of these, it would be useful right now. Yes, that'll be perfect. Alright, let's jam! It would be nice if I could just unlock other modes, because I would straight up do deflation offline, because again, I find this incredibly boring. I'm not managing anything, I'm not doing anything, I'm just sitting here looking at stuff. Oh, I should put down like a druid monkey. I should put down the ninja monkey. Go ahead, yeah. There you go, guy. We now have a ninja monkey slowly gaining EXP. It's not a lot of EXP, but it's EXP. Ooh, Viking Salda reminds me, I am so excited for that, like, Predator animated series, where all the people are going to be, like, basically there are several unique types of predators, and it's about predators being on Earth fighting different, warriors throughout history. There's, like, Vikings and ninjas, and then a World War II pilot. It all looks so fun, and as ever, I'm a big fan of, like, culturally different predators. Because, like, there's so many different fighting styles, it only makes sense, you know? Some will want to explore unique aspects of combat, like aerial combat. Honestly, saying that just makes me sad we haven't had, like, a good Star Fox in a long time. 'Cause, like, gosh. Star Fox. I actually didn't grow up playing traditional Star Fox. I grew up playing Adventures. That was a good game because it was made by Rare. It was a bad Star Fox game, though. And also, it did have backtracking, which is a sin in any, like, pre-2015 platformer, because they weren't willing to do, like, fast travel yet. You know, I wonder if those, nails the nail maker is spitting out are 3D, or if they are just, 2D images. I think they're 2D images. Because that would make it a lot easier on the CPU. That makes a lot of sense. Let's just play a little game of roundabout. Oh, round and round she goes, round and round she goes. I hold the stereo, she comes around she goes. Man, when I was a kid, I loved spinning rides. I don't know if I've been on a spinning ride for a long time. I was a roller coaster kid for a while. I don't know, I just feel like we need, like, a new big theme park. Like, don't get me wrong, I am very appreciative of all the legacy rides that exist across the world, but I don't know. I would love to visit, like, a new theme park. That would be such a refreshing feeling. There are a lot of places, like, theme parks I need to visit. I know there's, like, one called, like, Boyd's Berry Farm or something. Oh, there's also, Epic Universe did open, but isn't that technically an expansion on the current Universal stuff? Like, it's still in the same lot area, correct? Or am I mistaken? Oh, okay, then yeah, that would be excellent. So in that case, I know what I'm doing as soon as Disney releases their Villain World and going to Universal once the hype dies down. Wholly new theme park. Ooh, this will be a little bit of a rough area for Sauda to handle on her own, but I have faith. Advance intel, let's do 3. And then where's my monkey mortar? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. It's really crazy also to know about, like, Universal Japan. Universal Japan is insane. Like, insane. It's really cool to hear about. At least as a nerd, where my cultural stuff isn't as supported. I gotta say, they are really banking on the idea that How to Train Your Dragon will stay well, Wizarding World, well, we know how that's going. I'm very glad Pedro Pascal has just said, "Hey, fuck this lady." Which, honestly, very wonderful of him. Oh, come on! I'm free off. Wonder if there's anything to click around here. Nope. Doesn't seem like it. I guess I'll just do a dart monkey. That feels safe. Enhanced eyesight. Yeah, okay. How to Train Your Dragon, though, yeah, that'll stay popular for a while, I feel like. How to Train Your Dragon is one of those films that I feel like it's similar to Shrek. A lot of people grew up on it, or maybe even like The Iron Giant might be a more apt comparison. It also helps that it's just they are good movies for the most part. Like, only the third one gets bad. The live-action one, we're still withstanding to see how that will turn out. Adjust this a little bit so it's closer to my mouth. Mouth. Up. Pardon me real quick, gang, but I'm gonna keep the game playing. I'm back, gamers. Sorry about that. Oh, I got my headphones wires all tangled up on my armchair rest. That's better. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, we have made amazing progress today. I might actually end a little early so that way we can save, like, doing the intermediates for, like that being a fresh thing, because I know we didn't do that for the easy maps. So I think that would be a much better way, especially because I think timing all this out, it seems like we can do a page a day, at the very least for, these types of maps on easy. So we'll have to see if that is still the case as we get up higher and higher in difficulty. Submarines are killing it, I will say. Sometimes I do think they should offer a triple speed, truth be told. Or like something they do in the races where you can send out a wave early. I think that'd be nice. It would just speed up the process just a little bit. I wonder if that's actually a thing elsewhere in the monkey knowledge tree. I'll have to look at that. Let's see what's going on here. How's Pop's been? Sadu's doing good. Glue Gunner is broken. Bomb Shooter, Dart Monkey is doing his best. As ever, the Hella Pilot is kind of being our MVP. Oh, nope, it's the Monkey Sub. We have found the MVP people. Oh my gosh, when I unlock names, I need to name the submarine Sandwich. You are Sandwich now. I am sorry to christen you with this. I could name Mortar, and Pestle. That could be really funny. Or Mortimer. That would be cute. Mortimer Monkey. Glue. It would be demented to call the Glue Gunner Horse. I'm not going to do that. I just want to put that thought out there because I had it, unfortunately. So I want everyone else to also have it, unfortunately, too. Yep. I'm correct in remembering the way things go correctly. And... okay. We're going to be putting Sauda up here. Where is that? Well, I can do this, but Glue Gunner is who I was looking for. Bigger globs, glue, do this, do this. Mortar Monkey. That's good. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Go over here and do this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Where else do I want to go? Up as ever, I need at least one of these. And then, what would be best? Let me actually see how much it... oh, hey. These guys are getting up there. Well, no, I already have a helipilot. I don't need another. Well, actually, can I afford it? No. No. Not worth it. Definitely not. Shoot. You know what? Ninja monkeys. Why not? I said I was gonna have to level them. No, wait, no, Buccaneer. Buccaneer, yes! Buccaneer. Buccaneer. Oh. Never mind. They're good now. Yeah. Navarch of the Sea, they're chill. So, oops. Let me see. Who has what still? Well, I should wait till after I'm done here to do this. Shit. I always come down to this indecisiveness. I feel so bad. I better hurry. Yeah, let's just do another one of these guys. My beloved, these guys are safe. They're always safe. They've never not been safe. Ninja monkeys. Come on down. There we go. Alright. Give it to him, gang. At the very least, Ninja Monkey is getting some kind of work in. But I'm sure Hella Pilot, yeah, tearing it up. As is Monkey Sub. You know, I'm gonna push his target up a little bit closer. Yeah, that's really good. Oh goodness, pardon me. Honestly, I've run out of things to talk about, which is bad on me. I need to be better about that. I'm talking I go through talking points much faster than I thought I should. So I really need to look into a way to converse a little bit better, it seems. And I'm excited to do that. That'll be a good opportunity, and hopefully I can find something that'll be worthwhile. But it's also okay sometimes if I don't find something to say, you know? Conversations simply can end. And I'm actually really comfortable with that. That's kind of what I prefer. One of the downsides of really being an introvert trying at streaming, you know? But I'm sure a lot of people here know that. And it's chill. It is all chill. I'm sorry, I'm just watching my little character jiggle in the side in the corner as I'm speaking, and gosh, I love my little slime so much. She's so cute. Cute aggression. We have made great progress. 16 rounds, 17 rounds deep. I wonder if being a learning to do commentary would be useful. If not, that would be fun. I always love watching NHRL and BattleBots for that reason. Like, battling robots is so cool. Did you guys know they were planning on making a BattleBot restaurant and they didn't do it at Epcot? We could have watched robots fight while eating, and they took that away from us for their bad current Epcot thing. I'm so angry. Up 10 away now. That's pretty darn good. And, let me check something. Oh hey, my t-shirt shipped. Thank you, phone, but I am busy right now. Please don't bother me about that. Man, I really can't wait till my stream deck arrives. It's gonna be so nice and so useful, I hope. I'm sure it will be. I don't know why I say hope. Hope is for the fools. It better be good. I paid a lot of money for this thing. I also gotta buy a Game Boy. That one's gonna sting. Especially because my intention was to buy, like, a really nice one, too. Either, like, an SP mod or something else. But I may have to settle a little bit. I just need to get my current project of doing a shiny ribbon master done. I'm definitely gonna be doing e-reader card stuff tonight to get that ready, though. Because nut pea berries, the thing I'm using to make Pokeblocks, take several hours. Like 3 days worth of hours to grow. And the piece de resistance. We did it! Woo! And with that, 1 page, 2 page, 3 page, 4 page, 5! But there was only 4 because I miscounted, because I never remember, because I'm silly. But we got all bronze borders on all the easy maps. Oh, that's such good progress. A lot of people will say, well, it's only to start, and yeah, but I have to start somewhere, folks. Oh gosh, I'm so looking forward to getting through more and more of these maps. But first, before we continue, there you are, my friend. My little monkey friend. And was that the only one? Yeah, that was the only one. Well, that works for me. Just means soon. Oh. Okay, yeah, no, I'm waiting on those guys too. Oh. Oh, hey, more for these fellas. But all that means is come next time we'll be using more military monkeys to go through more of the game. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I really appreciate it. I hope the rest of y'all have an excellent day. I hope to see you again next stream where we're going to finish up Piku Niku. And thank you for watching. Have a good one.